The tag said the body was cleared. That's why I didn't question it. I should have. I worked overnight transport at a county hospital. Nothing glamorous. You move bodies from the wards to the morgue, then from the morgue to the loading bay for pickup. Quiet work, cold work. The kind of job where routine is everything. Every body is logged. Every time is recorded. Every movement accounted for. That's how it's supposed to be. At 1:13 a.m. my pager buzzed. Transport request, room 3B to morgue. No name attached. That was unusual, but not unheard of. Sometimes charts lag behind. Sometimes the system glitches. I grabbed the gurney and headed upstairs. Room 3B was dark, curtains pulled, machines unplugged. The body lay still beneath a white sheet. No family, no staff, just the faint hum of fluorescent lights. I checked the wrist tag, blank, no name, no ID number, just the word transferred stamped in red. I hesitated, then told myself not to overthink it. I moved the body onto the gurney and began the walk down the hallway. The wheels squeaked softly against the tile. Every step echoed. Hospitals sound different at night, hollow, like the building is holding its breath. Halfway to the elevator, I noticed something. The sheet moved, just a little. I stopped, stared. The body didn't move again. Settling, I whispered to myself. Bodies do that sometimes. The elevator ride down was slow, too slow. The air inside felt colder than the hallway. My breath fogged slightly. I stared straight ahead, didn't look down, didn't listen too closely. The morgue doors opened with a familiar hiss. Lights flicked on automatically. Rows of metal drawers lined the walls. I rolled the gurney toward the intake area. That's when I heard it. Breathing, not mine. Wet, shallow, coming from under the sheet. I froze. The sound stopped. I stood there for a long time, too long. Finally, I reached out and pulled the sheet back. The body's eyes were open, staring straight up at the ceiling, cloudy, unfocused. The mouth was slightly open, like it had been mid-sentence. I stumbled backward, heart pounding. Bodies don't do that. They don't open their eyes. I checked the chart station. No intake record, no transport log, no mention of room 3B. It was like the request never existed. That's when the body spoke. Wrong floor. The voice was weak, dry, like it hadn't been used in a long time. I backed away until my shoulders hit the wall. You're deceased, I stammered. The eyes shifted, locked onto me. They said I could rest here. The lights flickered. The temperature dropped fast. Metal drawers creaked. One of them slid open by itself. Slow, inviting. No, I said. You're not. This isn't. The body sat up. The sheets slid to the floor. The skin was gray, sunken, but moving, breathing, alive in all the wrong ways. I didn't sign the papers, it whispered. I ran. I didn't stop, didn't look back. I hit the emergency exit and vomited in the stairwell. Security reviewed the cameras. They showed me pushing an empty gurney into the morgue, alone, talking to no one. At one point, I stopped and nodded, as if responding to someone else. They checked room 3B. It didn't exist. There was no third floor B wing. Never had been. I quit that job the same week. But sometimes, when I pass a hospital at night, I think about that drawer sliding open, waiting. Because if that body wasn't logged, then how many others were moved the same way? And how many of them were still awake? If you've experienced anything like this, tell me in the comments. These stories are based on real accounts, and the details matter. If you want more true events like this, subscribe, because sometimes the smallest incidents are the ones that stay with you the longest.